Good morning, everybody. Today is April 2nd, and I wanted to give you a good idea of what's going on out here. Pretty much everywhere you see, we've had well, about a month ago there was 4 feet of snow everywhere. Now we're down to about 2.5 feet, and the weather that we've been getting the last couple days has been rain mixed with sunshine during the middle of the day, which is not the best combination out here. And I'll show you why. Generally what you do is you pack down all your trails, and as soon as you step off your trail, you fall through the snow 2.5, 3 feet. Well, we're now falling through our trails 1.5 feet, 2 feet. The trails are going out because of all the snow. And as you can see, you see the footholes in here. As soon as you go to walk on this stuff, a couple days ago these trails were usable. Now they're just completely collapsing. And to make matters worse, I'm going to walk you down to the river. I was going over to Mike and Julie's today one last time to pick up a few things. And the river's out. So I'm going to walk as carefully as I can this way, because yes, I am falling through. So all this rain has not been good for anything. As you can see right there, just that's what happens. You know, generally the last month and a half, anything that you've ridden a snow machine over is good to go. It's packed down snow, and that is your road. Yep, just fell through right there. Once that starts happening, it just becomes a nightmare. I mean, it takes so much energy to walk in this stuff. But so anyway, I got the snow machine with my sled. A few things I was gonna go pick up, like I was saying, and I got down here to the creek. Fell through. Got down to the creek, and yep, it's gone. Yep. Falling through. So yeah, yesterday was nothing but sun intermixed with rain and the whole deal. I did have a couple of moose yesterday. They were standing somewhere over in that area right over there, and they were just looking at me out on the porch. I couldn't see them, but I could see their eyes because I had one of those headlights on, headlamps, and you could see their, see all in here, how it's just completely giving out. Not good, but it's to be expected, guys. It's just generally, I've talked with the neighbors and whatnot, and generally the snow doesn't go out like this until the middle of April. That's generally when you put up your snow machines. Not this year. Thank you, global warming. Okay, I'm walking as careful as I can. As you can see, guys, this is where I literally just tore up a whole bunch coming back. And snow is just slush. I mean, even right here when I just tried to go out, the machine is just absolutely falling through. And what kind of stinks about this is that I was going to put the machine up today. I was going to take it up to Guitar Bill's and retire it for the season. Looks like it's going to be a wintering or a summering over at my place now. Okay, so here's the creek right here, and as you can clearly see, it is going out. And the trail goes straight through here, but I'll give you a quick little whirlpool right there. As you can tell, the creek goes around that bend right there, and it is now out. There is no getting across it. The only other way out of my property is that way across onto the creek, or even going up further across the creek again, but the creek is out. So here are these moose tracks. There was a sow and her her baby, and they were just staring at me. So I am now stuck in place. No more traveling on the snow machine to see neighbors, no getting supplies anywhere. Nope, fell through. So this is the show. It is funny out here because the longer you stay out here, literally the difference that one day can make, that one weather system makes, is unbelievable. These trails were solid as can be just the other day. There was no standing water right there. If you were to try to drive across that with a snow machine, I mean, you'd have to get a pretty good fast run going. I could make it across there. I'm not going to lie to you guys, but I mean, I'd have to get booking. But here's the problem. This trail right here is canted sideways a little bit, as you can see. Okay, now once I get booking, if the machine for any reason dives in, or if a piece of the trail falls out and makes me dive in, and I don't keep that forward momentum going, I'm going to end up out there or going in at the wrong angle, and next thing you know, my machine is 4 feet down in the water, and there's going to be no getting it out. I do not have a come along. I do not have steel cable with me out here, so it's just one of those things. Cry about it all you want, but there's nothing you can do about it. I'm not going to risk it. I'm just going to let that go. So, by tomorrow, where you see open water right there, I can almost guarantee that all this will be open too, or at least brown with overflow. It's just overflow right there. It's not open, but it has completely weakened the ice structure underneath it, and I know from experience that that is my deepest part of the creek right there. It's about 4 or 5 feet right in there, and up into here. Gets shallower over in here, a lot shallower, but right around this bend, about right over there, I've got a beaver dam, and he has started to back up and flood this entire area over here. So I no longer can trust how deep the water is anywhere, but for a fact I know it's 5 feet, 4 feet right there. So that's what I wanted to show you guys. It's funny out here on these systems. Driving over them, you know, everywhere you look, you're at 3-4 feet of snow. Well, a little less now, but you're literally 3 to 4 feet in the air. And as long as you're driving over them and it refreezes every night, you're good to go. Now, I'm walking on this trail right here, no problem. As soon as I step 1 foot off the trail, you will sink 2 to 3 feet, whatever, down to the ground. And another thing that's funny is as you're driving out here, you're literally driving over the tops of plants and shrubs and bushes. In another couple of weeks, all of this will absolutely just be shrubs, bushes, and green and the whole deal, except for this. This is my cut trail that I actually cut with a weed eater attachment. I put a blade on it and cut it all down to 0. I'm sure the grasses have come back, but none of the sticks and stuff. Yep, won't dig. So, just is one of those things. System's going out a little early this year, about 2-3 weeks, according to the locals and myself. So, another thing is you try to walk where you've walked before, because at least you know that that piece is solid. But trust me, there is no guarantee whatsoever. Literally, the difference between 1 or 2 degrees out here, I mean, it's like being on different planets. 1 degree below freezing. This whole system is good to go. 1 degree above freezing, and it just completely goes out. Now, I started having an issue with the machine. I kept trying to put it in reverse, and the engine is bogging down. So I'm going to have to work on that here in a second. But for the most part, you can see my cabin through there. And I've cleared this section of trees right over in here. So, and the next section I'm going to start clearing is right over in here. Basically, got to open this up to let the sun in, guys. Okay, and yep, there's a good example of it. Just fell through about 1.5 feet. So, trail's going out. I got to get this machine back towards the cabinet. If not, it's going to be stuck here for the season. Alright guys, I'm going to go ahead and let you go.